The styling goal from the front of the car was family resemblance but uniqueness. The styling goal from the side was sleek, and there's a number of things the designers did to give that very sleek look to the car. First thing they did was design the standard wheelbase and the long wheelbase vehicles in parallel. Second, a true coupe-like roofline. Not even just coupe-like if you look at it. Our only real coupe is the XK, and if you look at the glass angle on the front windscreen and the back glass on XJ, they're virtually the same as on our XK coupe. So it's a real coupe-type roofline. Third thing they did was make everything on the vehicle stretch out. So we get a lot of people commenting how much longer this car is than the previous XJ, when it in fact is just 1 inch longer. Let me share with you some things that were done to give that visual. First of all, standard equipment on XJ is the all-glass roof, an option on 1 or 2 of our competitors, but standard across the line for XJ. What the all-glass roof does is visually lowers the roof line, providing great emphasis to what the designers call the daylight opening. We might call it the greenhouse or the glass area of the car. By lowering this visually, it's exactly the same height as the current XJ, and then raising the shoulder of the vehicle, together that narrowed up the daylight opening, this teardrop shape, emphasizing length on the car. Another area, something the designers call a swage line. It's any body crease on the vehicle. The swage line I'll highlight here begins up front, where these two lines are wide, far apart, and starts to move back underneath the mirror. And then this line disappears right over the door handle on the driver's door, and it continues on the back door, and then it gradually stretches out as you reach the rear of the car. That gives the impression of taffy stretched out or pulled from end to end to, again, emphasize length on the car. Even some details like the side power vent. Of course, on XK and on XF, we're used to a vertical power vent, but on XJ, it's a horizontal vent, further emphasizing length. Even a little detail like the button to lock the doors embedded in the door handle, stretched out thin. Everything makes the car look longer. From the side, it's also really important to talk about wheels on the vehicle because they're a defining characteristic of Jaguar and XJ specifically. I hear from many salespeople with competitive brands that they lament that they must go to aftermarket to get really good looking wheels on the cars. Not true of our vehicles. The standard wheel on XJ is a 19-inch Aleutian wheel. Now, most of our competitors start at 17 or 18. None of them start with 19-inch wheels. So we get this great wheel-to-body ratio from the very beginning. Those 19-inch Aleutian wheels come with all-season tires, as does the 19-inch Toba wheel that's standard equipment on the XJL. Both of those vehicles can be upgraded to 20-inch wheels if the customer would like to do that. Now, the Supercharge that we're looking at here and the Super Sport both come with standard 20-inch wheels. Now, what we're looking at here is the polished version of the standard 20-inch Kasuga wheel. Polished is not standard, but this is the standard wheel on the XJ Supercharged, regular or long wheelbase. When you get to the Super Sport, our top-end vehicle, those are 20-inch Mateva wheels, and they are unique to that car only. The XJ and XJL can be upgraded to a number of different 20-inch wheels, but not the Matevas. Those are exclusive to the Super Sport. The reason that we have 20-inch wheels on the supercharged cars as standard equipment is not just for looks. The brakes on these vehicles are fantastic. The naturally aspirated XJ has 14-inch by 1 1/4 thick rotors. The 19s or the 20s will fit over those rotors. But the supercharged powered cars have 15-inch front brakes, 1 1/4 inch thick. 19s will not fit over those. So a customer buying a supercharged or a super sport must have 20-inch wheels.